It started with a single clip. Just a few seconds of Teyana Taylor sitting in that bright studio chair, laughing, glowing, relaxed. She looked confident, comfortable in her skin, sipping water, eyes sparkling as she spoke. But before the sun could set, that little clip had set the entire internet on fire. In the interview, the host asked a harmless question. Something about growth, love, and learning what you really want in a partner. It was supposed to be light, even fun. Teyana smiled, leaned forward, and said in her usual bold tone, "Aaron just sees me in a way Iman never did. It's like the difference between comfort and passion." That was it. 2 simple words. Comfort and passion. Yet the internet froze. Within minutes, people were dissecting every syllable, turning those words into battle lines. Because for years, Teyana and Iman weren't just a couple. They were the couple. The definition of black love. Music videos, red carpets, interviews. They were fire and laughter and family goals. To fans, they were unbreakable. But that clip made people question everything. Was Teyana saying Iman was safe but boring? That Aaron Pierre, the new man rumored to be in her life, was everything Iman wasn't? It didn't take long before Twitter, or X as it's now called, exploded. Fans posted side-by-side photos of Iman, the NBA star and family man, next to Aaron, the rising British actor with smoldering eyes. The captions were brutal. Comfort versus chaos. Family man versus film star. Some defended her, saying she was just being honest. "She's allowed to evolve," one fan tweeted. Others accused her of disrespect. "That's the father of your kids," another wrote. "You don't compare men like that on national TV." And then Teyana poured gasoline on the fire. Hours later, she posted a photo on Instagram, sitting on a balcony, drink in hand, sunset behind her. The caption read, "Comfort never challenged me. Growth did." No names, no hashtags, but everyone knew exactly what she meant. It was elegant but sharp enough to sting. That's when things turned emotional, because Iman saw it too. 4 months, he'd stayed silent. Through rumors, through whispers about Aaron, through tabloids speculating about their divorce. But hearing her say those words out loud, comparing him to another man, that hurt. He wasn't angry, friends said, just heartbroken. He worried about their daughters seeing it all online, hearing their parents become gossip fodder. People started digging through old footage. One clip from 2018 resurfaced, showing Iman saying, "We fight hard but we love harder. She's my world." Seeing that video side by side with Teyana's new one broke hearts everywhere. Him speaking with love. Her now calling it comfort. Then came a twist no one expected. Someone from the production team claimed the viral clip had been edited out of context. According to them, Teyana's full quote was softer. "Iman gave me comfort when I needed peace, but Aaron challenges me in new ways." Both mattered. But the internet rarely waits for context. The headlines had already written the story. And just when people thought it was over, Iman broke his silence. Not in a press release, not in an interview, but in a freestyle. Late at night, he posted a grainy studio clip to his Instagram story. Hoodie up, eyes closed, voice low. One line made everyone stop scrolling. "You can trade the jersey, but you can't rewrite the game." Fans didn't need to guess who he was talking about. The lyric was raw, poetic, wounded. Within an hour, it was everywhere. TikTok edits, lyric videos, think pieces about heartbreak, pride, and the way love turns public in the age of viral culture. Teyana didn't respond directly, but a few days later she appeared on stage at a fashion event, radiant as ever. No tears, no apologies, no drama, just calm, composed confidence. That silence spoke louder than any post could. Meanwhile, social media stayed divided. Some called her empowered, saying she was reclaiming her story after years of being defined by marriage. Others said it wasn't empowerment, it was ego disguised as growth. But maybe it was both. Maybe it was just 2 people learning how to move on even when the world refuses to let them. Because beneath the gossip and the headlines, this wasn't just about a viral clip. It was about love, loss, and the complicated space between comfort and passion. It was about how easily private pain becomes public entertainment. Iman and Teyana once built a legacy of love that millions admired. But now that same love was being dissected frame by frame. And in a strange, poetic way, that's the tragedy of modern fame. You can move on, but the internet never will. Iman never said her name, but everyone knew. The freestyle was raw. No fancy production, no flashy hook. just honesty pouring out of a man who once believed in forever. His voice carried the kind of pain you can't fake. Within minutes, blogs clipped the verse, reposted it, slowed it down, dissected every line. Fans quoted that one bar, "You can trade the jersey but you can't rewrite the game," as if it were scripture. People felt for him. The internet can be cruel, but in that moment, sympathy leaned his way. The comment sections filled with words like "real one," "she fumbled," "men hurt too." For the first time in a while, the story wasn't about Teyana being strong or fearless. It was about Iman being human. Teyana saw the clip that night. She didn't respond, not publicly. Instead, she posted a black and white photo of her hand resting on a piano. The caption said, "Every note starts in silence." It was subtle, poetic, and just like that, the narrative shifted again. Some fans read it as remorse. Others thought it was shade wrapped in art. Either way, the silence between her and Iman grew louder than words. Behind the scenes, people close to them said there was still love, just too much pride. They texted occasionally, short, polite messages about their daughters, but nothing more. Each conversation ended where the hurt began. The distance wasn't just physical. It was emotional, heavy, the kind that makes memories feel like ghosts. Meanwhile, Aaron Pierre stayed quiet through it all. No interviews, no tweets, no cryptic captions. His silence made people curious. Was he protecting Teyana? Or was he realizing that stepping into her spotlight meant carrying her chaos too? Reporters camped outside film sets, hoping for a quote. He kept his head down, walking past the cameras like they were invisible. But the internet never forgets. Old photos of Teyana and Aaron resurfaced. Private smiles, late-night dinners, the kind of chemistry you can't hide forever. Every image sparked a new debate. Was she truly in love or just trying to prove a point? Then came another twist. A longer version of the interview leaked. The same one that started it all. The uncut footage showed Teyana's tone softer, her words less harsh, her meaning layered with emotion instead of shade. She wasn't mocking Iman, she was reflecting. She said, "Comfort kept me safe when I was scared to grow. Passion pushed me to rediscover myself." Suddenly, the internet hesitated. The same people who dragged her now started apologizing in the comments. Context changes everything. But for Teyana, the damage was already done. Her team tried to spin it. Press releases, podcast appearances, a few friendly interviews. But public opinion is a wild tide. Once people make up their minds, they rarely go back. Still, a quiet group of supporters stood by her side, saying she was just brave enough to speak her truth out loud. Iman, on the other hand, turned his pain into purpose. He started a foundation for young fathers, posted videos about emotional honesty, even hinted at a book deal. He looked lighter, freer, like a man who had finally stopped trying to fix what was already broken. As months passed, the story faded from trending pages, but the echoes remained. Every time Teyana released a song, people searched the lyrics for hidden references. Every time Iman posted a photo, fans zoomed in for clues. Their breakup had become a modern-day myth. A reminder that even the most picture-perfect love stories have chapters too painful to show. In interviews months later, Teyana spoke with calm acceptance. "We were real," she said quietly. "We just grew in different directions. Comfort and passion aren't enemies. Sometimes they just don't live in the same house." It was a line that silenced even her critics. And maybe that's how love stories end in this era. Not with closure, but with understanding. The kind that comes when you stop blaming and start breathing again. Iman heard that interview, smiled faintly, and reposted one of her old performances with a caption that read, "Always rooting for your light." It wasn't a reunion. It wasn't forgiveness. It was peace. Atlanta moved on to the next viral moment, the next scandal. But those who watched the saga unfold knew they had witnessed something deeper. A reminder that behind every headline are two hearts trying, failing, and learning how to let go with grace. And somewhere, far from the noise, Teyana sat at that same piano, playing softly into the night. Not for the cameras this time, not for applause. Just for herself.